Hey world, it's being willing to come back with another video. I want to come back with this video here because I wanted to clarify uh, what I was actually talking about in my last video about how salaries, your wages, your earned income does not keep up with inflation. And I'm talking about like the average worker. I mean, cats that's making $35,000, $40,000 a year for years, right? And let's just think about people that work in retail, right? That are making these companies millions and millions of dollars. Family, there's something called, and I wanted to say this because I wanted to make sure that people understand the discrepancy. See, when you're the CEO of the company, when you own the company, all those profits that their company make, that's yours. And I mean, once you take out operating costs and investments and interest, I mean, all that profit is yours. And if you're the CEO, if it's your particular business, then you're making a gang of cash based on your employees putting the work in. And if as an employee, you don't understand financial statements, be able to read what they call a balance sheet, family, so you can know exactly how much money the company is making in comparison to how much they're paying you. That's all I was saying. I mean, even as teachers, like I say, our salaries don't raise, in comparison to inflation. I mean, if inflation goes up 4% or 5%, I promise you, teachers not getting a 4 or 5% raise. So we're behind the 8 ball. And so think about people that are making minimum wage. And this minimum wage issue is like a national issue, and I think they're making it like a states' rights issue. So certain states are identifying $15 an hour as minimum wage, but there are certain states that are not. And so if you've been working a minimum wage job for 15 years or 10 years or even 5 years for that matter, imagine how much inflation has eaten up your money. And Texas Made, shout out, he made a great point. He asked, is it a matter of, wages going up and people are afraid to not say anything because they don't want to lose their job? Yes. I mean, because it's the epitome of what they call a societal brainwashing, right? There's a cat by the name of Edward Bernays. He was Sigmund Freud's nephew. He the one that actually came over to the Americas and to the West and propagandized, or actually kind of created the whole notion of propaganda and lying to the public to psychologically have people buy things based on commercials, based on perception. Because remember, most of these commercials, they lie, and they can. Think about this. When they say 4 to 5 dentists recommend this, or when they say our product is the #1 product in the world, or we have the #1 this, or doctors recommend this. All this stuff you see on the television, Sigmund Freud's nephew Edward Bernays understood that psychologically there's a chemical called dopamine that's released, right? That gives us this feel-good feeling. Like when you're a YouTuber, or like when you're a social media cat and you're looking for those likes, or you're looking for those positive comments. You feel good, and you search for this like it's an addictive chemical, and you actually, you desire it. That's why so many people online are so infatuated with likes, or infatuated with subscribers, or infatuated with views. Okay, going viral. It's a chemical release. See, this ain't something that those that's in power, they understood this a long time ago. Think about it. You go to the store and you purchase items that you don't even need because you probably seen it on the television, or because some other person have it. And it triggers, the chemical dopamine effect, right? Which makes the society more hedonistic, just seeking pleasure or seeking pain to fulfill you, right? And so it isn't an accident. So it's like being rich or being wealthy, these companies already understand it. We're going to give them cake, have them work, earn a salary, and put a lot of commercials on the television to give them, to enhance them, to give the money back to us. We already pay over 35% in taxes. Come on, man. And like Texas made asked, what about wages? I mean, what about, is it that people are scared? Think about this. Congress can pass a law tomorrow saying, you know what? Corporations, it's required that you pay this much money for employees, right? Or the tax rate is only going to be this amount. You dig? So things could be done if things wanted to be done, but you have to keep certain people in a certain state of mind. That's why you give them cake. The NFL, NBA, sports, entertainment, rappers, all that kind of stuff that keep you so infatuated that you forget about the total notion of the wages that you make are nowhere near what you're earning. What you're putting in, you're not getting back. You dig? So that's why I always say pay yourself first, because it's not going to happen by working, family. All right, fam, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. In the meantime, between time, may the Most High Inside bring you joy and being one is out of 5,000.